Alright guys, that's it. We have finally gotten all 6, right? We got 6 wonderful Mickey Mouses in the game of Disney Lorcana now, with the final release of Musketeer Mickey. With that, we decided, hey, let's make a tier list video discussing which one of these Mickey Mouses is best. Maybe one stands above the rest, maybe there's some ties, maybe, just maybe, some of these are really, really bad. We'll have to find out. Stick around. Let's break into this one. The OG Steamboat Willie, or in this case, Steamboat Pilot Mickey Mouse, comes in as, without a doubt, the worst Mickey Mouse in the game. Now, unfortunately, it's really hard to process this, but the real truth is that the Mickey Mouses are all kind of good. They're all kind of unique, and this is one of the two that just don't offer much, and likely won't even see play within their own colors, let alone comparing them to the list of other Mickey Mouses on this particular tier list. Now, Mickey Mouse is great. 3 cost, 3, 4, all sounds great. 1 lore is whatever, but realistically, this is the stat line and, a lore cost that you probably just want to be doing other things on turn 3. So because of that, I don't think this guy's going to see much play whatsoever, and we're going to have to put him in, we're going to put him in D tier. It just doesn't seem very good, guys. I don't think that he's going to see a lot of play, and honestly, I'll be shocked if this is one of the better cards for Emerald to really be, messing around with. Now, of course, maybe there is something with, like, heroes and captains, and he gets a bonus because of those things, but until then, just don't see much for Mickey Mouse Steamboat Pilot. Mickey Mouse might be your true friend, but he sure isn't very good. Now, he is a lot better for what it's worth than, the Steamboat Pilot, because he is a 3/3, which, for 3, you do lose a willpower there stat and from going from 4 to 3, but he has 2 lore. So while this card is a vanilla character in general, having 2 lore at a 3 cost, 3/3, isn't nothing to slouch about, and I do think that this card is more of a playable card than some others. But it's hard to believe that in most decks that you're going to utilize the color of Amber 4 if this card is going to be more than mostly a resource in all those types of concepts. So we'll have to see how the game plays out. But for now, Mickey Mouse, true friend, is going to end up in the C tier. And it's really just like I said, there is a lot of synergy with certain cards within Amber, and Mickey Mouse doesn't really fit any of those particular roles currently. So unless we're just looking for like a generic 3 cost character with 2 lore, then he's probably going to fall down on a couple different instances. And because of that, I believe his play is just not going to be nearly as high as some of these other cards. Mickey Mouse Musketeer was our 6th and final Mickey Mouse that was revealed. And although I think this card is incredibly playable, the Bodyguard keyword 100% is the reason for that. Bodyguard is one of the most phenomenal current keywords in the game. The ability to come into play, exert it, and kind of keep all of your other characters in line and healthy is going to be a really good line of successful plays within Bodyguard. Hercules is already really powerful, so getting another card that is Hercules-esque, that has the ability of all for one to your other Musketeer character get +1 attack. Now, we don't know if this Mickey Mouse in particular will be the only Musketeer. It's possible that we get a Donald Duck Musketeer, we get a Goofy Musketeer, and that would be really cool to see because it would just only enhance this card's playability. But even at just a 6 cost with 7 willpower, and, a sturdy 2 power, this guy does have the potential to swing games and kind of leave Steel's aggressive feel early on and protect those characters and let them keep swinging in for lore and lore and lore, while Mickey Mouse now has a pretty large shield, none to say, because that's a good strategy that we might see a ton of. And because of that, Mickey Mouse is going to find himself, Mickey Mouse Musketeer is going to find himself in the B tier. Alright, so Mickey Mouse Detective. Now, this is the first on the list that you can't ink. And generally speaking, the cards that you can't ink gotta be giving you a pretty good value for what they are in the game. And yes, it's a 3 cost. It has 1 attack, and it has, 1 strength and 3 willpower, and only swings for 1 lore. But Get a Clue is very good. I believe that this Mickey Mouse Detective will probably be a mainstay in just about every single Sapphire deck that's built, at least in Chapter 1. And because of that, this card absolutely has to be within the A tier of the game, because again, if you're an every deck card or an every Sapphire color card, well, then you're doing something very, very right in the game, and that's really hard to kind of get away from. But the overall ability to ramp in this game is going to be phenomenal. Any card that has this ability to replace itself or accelerate your board is going to end up being a very, high tier card in this game, because out in most of the the different colored inks, not a lot of it has draw power, not a lot has a lot of staying power. So anytime that you can use a card like Mickey Mouse to enhance your board, still put a fine character in play. I mean, 3 willpower is pretty average for a 3-cost card, and swinging for 1 lore is not nearly as good as swinging for 2 or 3 lore, but the ability to accelerate yourself to kind of have more options throughout the game because of a free resource is definitely a reason to put this card in the A tier. It's going to be an A+ character for Sapphire for at least the near future. Mickey Mouse Wayward Sorcerer. So this is a card that was a lot of debate amongst the Forbidden Mountain players. We were talking about this tier list and who was going to be number 1 and who was going to be on top and what was really the best Mickey. And there was a definite head-to-head clash, and I might be a little opinionated in my answer, but Wayward Mickey is a very fantastic card for the game. It creates a lot of main-staying power and this functionality to always be doing something as long as it's through challenging. That's very powerful in the game, and if your opponent doesn't find a way to disrupt your combo in a sense, then you're going to have a lot of a tempo within the game, and that's a very, very powerful thing to utilize within Disney Lorcana. So Mickey Mouse, Wayward Sorcerer, with the ability to animate Broom, which is you pay 1 less for your Broom characters, and then the ability of Ceaseless Worker is whenever one of your Broom characters is banished in a challenge, you may return that card to your hand. So effectively, you're just constantly cycling your 2/2 brooms that cost 1 because of Mickey Mouse Wayward Sorcerer. So therefore you basically have a quote walking the fire the cannons, which is very powerful like within challenges, and definitely worth understanding and trying out that combo. But you also have to get past the point that in the end, a fire the cannons, ironically getting rid of your broom removes a part of the combo. Mickey Mouse having 4 willpower is nice, but if he is unprotected and they find a way to get to Mickey, then the whole combo kind of goes to the crap as well. But nonetheless, this card has the ability to truly control the entire mid game, and because of that, it's going to find itself in the S tier, and it also might end up being one of the most powerful items in this card's period. So that leaves none other than the BLT of Disney Lorcana, Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Tailor. Yes, he costs 8. Yes, he has 5 strength and 5 willpower, but who cares? That quest for 4 lore when you quest is immeasurable in the game. Evasive, only characters with evasive can challenge this character. This guy really reads, answer me now or lose the game. And he has the incredible unique ability to even pull yourself ahead of a game that you were behind the whole time. If there's a game where it's 15-12, well, Mickey Mouse himself, with just himself, is going to catch you and make it 16-15. So your opponent has to have a way to answer this card. And currently in the game, there isn't a lot of good trades for Mickey Mouse. Yes, there is Maleficent. Yes, there is Dragonfire. Yes, there is some challenging characters like Zimba and Hood and things, and Robin Hood and things like that. But even them, you have the potential to answer Zimba before you even play the Mickey Mouse, because the way Ruby works and having Dragonfire and things like that, you have this ability to go, okay, well, I'm going to get rid of the one thing that gets rid of the card that's going to win me the game. and that's pretty prolific. Obviously, with Aurora, this card is just untouchable, which is also very scary. A combination to think about. Sapphire Ruby feels like a real strong combination in the early going because you can ramp to your Mickey Mouse, which, again, if your opponent just doesn't have an answer for it, you just get to turn your card sideways, quest your way to victory, and kind of almost laugh at it sometimes. So for me, definitely an S tier Mickey Mouse, and not only is he S tier, he is the best tier because he's going to end up being #1 on this list and just enough above Sorcerer Wayward. This could change. I could be convinced that Sorcerer Wayward is better, but in the meantime, right now, I believe the Brave Little Tailor is the best Mickey Mouse, if not potentially one of the best cards in all of Disney Lorcana. Hope you guys enjoyed this tier list. Thanks for checking out this video. Check out my video on card advantage right here. Never know what you can learn in the realm of Disney Lorcana and how it can actually create better ways for you to win the game. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.